Hi guys, Peter Finch here, teacher professional down at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester, and welcome to my new Monday night upload. Now this year I am trying to hit the ball 350 yards with enclosed data, so using launch monitor technology to try and get that ball over 350 yards with the driver. It's going to take a lot of effort for me. This is something that I've not done before. It's a new project for me and I'm really excited to get going. And what I wanted to do is on the Monday night just show you guys what I'm working on, the techniques that I'm trying to use and actually implement into my swing, and then go from there. Basically, hopefully you guys will learn something from it and, well, enjoy the ride along with me. That is the hope. So let's get going. Let's actually see this first session and let's see where we go from here. Right guys, one of the first things I need to do to make sure I'm propelling this ball a decent distance is increase my club head speed. Now to do that, I've been doing work in the gym and I've just been trying to increase the amount of speed within my body, the amount of power that I can produce at a given moment. And then obviously changes to my technique. Now I'll talk through those in a minute when I start hitting some shots. But the first thing I'm going to do is just do a few stretches. Now, every Wednesday I'm hoping to upload some fitness videos, so I'll go into a little bit more of an in-depth kind of explanation of the stretches I'm doing, of the strength exercises that I'm doing, but I just wanted to give you guys one that you can do straight away. All you need is something long like a broom handle. I've got this 15th club here, which somehow appeared in the academy. I don't know where it came from, but it's turning out useful now. But just a broom handle will do, or something long like a driver shaft that you can put across your back. And it's just a very quick warm-up routine that you can do, and it's helping me to really get into the positions that I want. Very, very simply, just keeping the lower half as stable as possible, turning back, trying to get a full shoulder turn whilst keeping the hips nice and still. And then from there, doing the squat movement that I want to see down into the ball, driving forwards of my weight, and then an explosion up through the shot. Now I've just been doing quite a few of these, so back, keeping the lower half as steady as I can, really pushing and really stretching, down, weight transfer over, and exploding through with the body. So I won't bore you with too many of these. I'll probably fast forward these actually. So I've gone through a decent number of those, kind of just on camera and off camera, and done a few more stretches as well. But like I said, I will do more of those in the Wednesday video. Now, just before I start to pick up my club head speed to its maximum as it is at the moment, obviously I need to increase it, to the mid 120s at least consistently and possibly beyond. Or definitely beyond, actually, that's my hope. What I need to do is just get my swing working in the right order. Now, the driver I'm using for this particular project to try and get the ball over 350, I've got a Titleist 915 D3. I've got 7.5 head, but I've cranked it to below 7 degrees. It's 6.75. I've got an X-Stiff motor shaft that's tipped as well, which just knocks most of the spin that I create. It just knocks it off, and I can get the ball out there with not much backspin at all. Now, just to begin with, I'm just going to basically get my body loosened up and get it working. Now, the whole point of this technique, the whole point to get it as far as I can, and the changes I'm making to my technique, is very much coming in, and like you saw in that stretch, having that squat down, really powering in, so as I come through, I can explode upwards. But it's not as easy as that. It's getting the club into the correct position from the inside, hitting up and out over my target line as well. So there's lots of different things I need to try and get right, as well as getting lag and as well as getting turn. It's going to be a big project to get my body into the physical positions. But to begin with, I just need to get it moving, and I need to make sure that I can hit the correct position. So I'm going to be taking a relatively normal setup here, just trying to mimic those movements, but just having a few nice steady swings to begin with. Just clipping them down there, just trying to get into the correct position. So I'm not going for distance here, I'm not going for power, I'm just trying to get my body moving in the correct manner. Club path 0.1. Maybe I will take this into my normal game now. I'm using the flight scope here, guys, as well, to actually assess how well I'm hitting and also my club head speed. So I'll turn that on in a minute. I'll just hit about 5 or 6 of these shots, so I won't bore you with a commentary. I'll fast forward through these ones as well. Right guys, so just on my warm-up swings there, and they were all right. I was striking it okay. I wasn't quite middling it, so I'm not entirely sure what kind of distances I'm going to get. I'm not feeling great with my swing. A little bit stiff from the gym actually yesterday, but battling through because it's just the way I am. Now what I'm going to try, I've got kind of my golf balls here which I'm actually going to try and pump the swing speed up on. Now that is predominantly what I'm trying to do to begin with. I'm not worrying too much about contact, although contact is obviously important. You need to be finding the right part of the club face to actually get the ball out there. But the most important thing for me right now is getting that club head speed. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make some slight alterations to my technique and then just try and make it as hard as I can, and let's see how my body is actually coping and whereabouts it is. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start teeing off the ball relatively high because I do want to be hitting very much up on this and then, like I said, from the inside and out. Now, there's a couple of ways I can do this. One way I'm experimenting with at the moment is just getting my feet slightly closed to the target line, so I can feel again a little bit more on the inside and the up, gripping it a little bit stronger, and then that same movement where I squat down, I move, and I really explode upwards through the shot. Now let's have a go, and let's see what we can get. Okay, Flightscape is on, so I'll be able to pull the data up for you as well. Let's give it a smash. Well, that's a pretty decent start there. Pretty straight as well. So 292 carry, 297 total distance. I'll take that for a start. Let's keep going from here. So what I'll probably do, guys, I'll probably hit the shots, I'll play the swings through, but then I'll just like throw the data up so you guys can see them, and then we'll have a little chat through at the end of the show, see what they show. Right guys, let me talk you through some of the numbers that we kind of managed to achieve tonight. I'm actually pretty pleased really. It's been a long day kind of coaching down here. It's been a full day after the gym yesterday, a little bit stiff and sore. So I'm actually, I'm relatively pleased with what I managed to achieve. The furthest drive I did manage to get was 315 yards, which wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. It just pitched over 300. Not the furthest I managed to hit this year yet, but like I said, I'm actually pleased with most of the results. But the one thing I wasn't that pleased about is I wasn't really able to get the club moving slightly from the inside to the out. I was a little bit over the top on quite a few of them, which will cause me to cut across myself and not produce the amount of power that I want. But I'll just kind of talk you through some of the numbers. One thing I was quite pleased about actually was my dispersion. Apart from two off either side, my dispersion was actually relatively good and relatively straight actually, which bodes well. We're actually at the Belfry today, kind of doing a few things, so check out those videos coming in the next few days. So pretty happy about that. Now, I'll just talk you through some of these kind of numbers here that I've actually managed to produce, and obviously these should be kind of all coming up on the screen now. My kind of total average carry distance for those 10 shots was 296. Now, obviously, if I'm looking to get towards 350, I need to be carrying it a lot further than that. I need to consistently be pitching it quite a long way over 300 yards. Now, the thing is with launch monitors, you can kind of set the ground conditions to quite hard, but I'm setting mine to just medium pretty much all the time, so I'm not kind of tricking this up for you guys at all. So my furthest drive was 302 carry and 315 total, so about 13 yards of kind of roll there. Now, that was a slight pull, which is why I think I got a little bit more distance out of it, and that is something I will look into a little bit more. I mean, any of you guys know who've played quite a long time, if you do hit a slight pull, sometimes it does give you that little bit more distance. So I'm trying to groove an inside pass to out, but then my furthest one here is when I came slightly out to in and pulled it. Maybe that requires a little bit more of research from me. I don't know. Let me know what you think, guys. Again, this is a learning experience for everyone, for you and for me, as far as this is concerned. Average club head speeds, I was pretty happy with, 120. My fastest was 123. Which I'm pretty pleased with. The lowest was down to 113, which wasn't a great swing, but I actually made the best contact with that one, and therefore my total distance of that was 304. So in some ways disappointed about that, in some ways actually not too fussed and quite happy about that in many different respects. My spin rates were slightly higher than I'd like, an average of 2.2. Now, to get what I want out of this driver, I need to drop that spin a little bit more. Now, the strikes weren't fantastic and my smash factors were quite low, and a couple of those strikes were off the top of the club, which is probably explaining why the smash factors weren't great and the spin was a little bit higher as well. My average angle of attack was actually quite good. It was 6.1 up. Now, that's quite a long way up on the ball, but that is something I'm trying to achieve because I want that high launch and low spin. So my angle of attack, I'm pretty pleased with. Average club path, 0.5 out to win. I got a couple on the inside, but the most I got on the inside was 2.7. Now, I do need to increase that and get that a little bit more from the inside in what I believe would give me the most kind of consistent distances. So I'll take some pictures of these guys. I'll throw them up screen so you guys can have a look through, and I'll show you some other stuff as well. But that was my first attempt and my first kind of little bit of a training session at the 350-yard drive attempt. Hashtag Quest for 350. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, this is a bit more of a relaxed video. It's not so much a coaching videos that are going to be coming on the Monday. This is just taking you along for the ride, and hopefully you will gain something from it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram as well. And yes, please join me again next Monday. But like I said, there's a whole new filming schedule for my channel, so stay tuned throughout the week. There's loads coming up. Like I said, we're at the Belfry today on Monday today. We're at the Belfry today, doing lots of stuff over there, so stay tuned for those videos. Right guys, see you next time.